Hello, everyone. I'm Lopi Clint, and welcome to Late Night Meditation. As always, it's great to be here online with all of you, whether you're watching from Zoom, YouTube, or Facebook. So, hello again, everyone. Hello, Mom and Dad. Hello, Kaynoon. Hello, Matthew, T, Bay, Daniel, Audrey, and Evan. Thanks for joining in. Also, hello, Nokao, Hakuso, and Lisa on YouTube, as well as everyone watching on Facebook. And as you guys know, if you're watching on Facebook, I am streaming to several pages at once. So if you don't see my face at the top corner, very likely I cannot see your comment right now, but I'll always go back and reply, as all of you already know. Oh, hello, Sue, and hello, Gunyan. Oh, welcome back. Thank you for joining in. So, as always, have you guys been doing your homework? Very good. So, for those who are new or need a reminder, the homework is whatever you're doing, have relaxation and awareness. It's a great way to help you practice meditation outside the meditation hall. Because, yes, we sit and meditate together, but it's not like the only way you can meditate. Because we sit as a way to practice so we can gain this skill. But our meditation can be applied in daily life. All right, hello, Julie. Thanks for joining in. Hello, Nina. Thanks for joining in here on Zoom. So very good. I'm very glad you guys are working on it, practicing it, because you'll notice the homework really does help. It helps us find that balance, finding that contentment to be able to be okay throughout your day. Not only that, as you practice it throughout your day, and we come to meditate together, you go in much easier because it's like you're already practicing meditation before the meditation. So I hope you all keep up the practice and do it the best you can. Okay? You don't have to force yourself to be perfect. Okay? As you know, I always tell you guys, you don't have to be perfect. Little by little. In fact, the more you're able to let go of trying to be perfect, the easier you get to perfection. It's a really funny thing. Because the more you want to reach something, it suddenly feels harder to get to because we're pushing instead of allowing it to happen. Kind of like if you're trying to, oh, like if you pour water out of a bottle, right? If you're trying to force it out, it goes, it just gets stuck and it actually backfires and goes back, right? But if you just take it slowly and pour it in slowly, it actually comes out quicker. You can go try that if you want. Compare just pouring it out little by little compared to trying to just flip it over. You'll notice that flipping it over, trying to rush it, actually slows it down. So, as we practice, don't force, don't push. Meditation is a mini vacation, okay? Don't make it turn into a chore. Don't make it feel like work, okay? So, as always, what level of instruction would you guys like today? We have level 1, as in you're brand new to meditation, need every step. Level 2, you kind of know what you're doing, but you want a lot of instruction. Level 3, more moderate. Or level 4, long silence. And if you like long silence, Fridays are always level 4. Okay, so go ahead and show me with your fingers, type in the chat, type in the comments. Even those who are watching the recording, I always go back and I take your account into account also for the next class. All right, so far we have 2s are slightly winning. We have about 3 2s and a couple 3s. Oh, now we have 3 3s and a 4. Okay. uh, who says all at once? Every level all at once. I don't know how that's gonna work. But good joke. Okay. Oh wow, we're all squeezing in between 2 and 3. Yeah, this is the fun part when we get to just kind of see where everyone wants to be. Remember, these levels are not levels of difficulty. It is just how much you want me to speak. Because some days, yeah, you just want to hear me more. Some days, I want more silence. So I don't feel bad if you always want 4. It's okay. In general, I just love getting to be here with you guys. Okay. Okay, averaging it out, looks like the 2s are winning today. Okay, then for today, we'll do it level 2. Remember, sabai, sabai. No matter what level we do, whether it be 2 or 200. Sabai, sabai. Take it easy. Don't force, don't push. Allow yourself to enjoy the meditation, not endure. Okay? So, is everyone ready for some meditation? Okay. Then let's get into our perfect position, as I like to call it, because it's perfect for you. And when you're ready, gently close your eyes. Take in a deep breath. Breathe in the cool, calm, relaxing air. And breathe out all your worries, thoughts, and responsibilities. Just let it all go. Forget about it for the time that we are meditating. Just breathe in, breathe out. Let each breath of fresh air help you become more relaxed, more comfortable. Breathing is a very easy and natural way to help you relax. Relaxation is such an important first step. In fact, it's a great first step for everything in life to help us release and relax, to slow down, or really stop before we start. So take your time, relax your body as best you can. As relaxation we want is the feeling of contentment. It's that feeling of okay, comfortable enough. You don't have to be very relaxed, but if you are, that's great. Keep it up. But if you're just feeling okay, that's perfect. As long as you feel okay, you're going the right direction. But if you still feel any discomfort, enough for you to not be okay anymore, it's time to adjust. Adjustment is part of the meditation. When we first start off, you might take 10 minutes, 15 minutes adjusting your body. And that's okay. I've been practicing over 25 years. I still adjust. And a little secret, also masters do. They still adjust. But they do it all in the beginning, taking a little time to find that right position. Because our body is always changing. We're aging every day. This is why our perfect position may change every time we sit. Depending on what happened that day, your exercise, your flexibility, and many other factors. So always allow yourself to adjust first. This way, we can be comfortable. And once we're comfortable, we let go of trying to relax the body because it's already good. And then our focus can start going inward. And how we do this is by letting our mind stay with just one thing. Something simple, easy, relaxing. I recommend the full moon because it's bright and shining, but not blinding. It's calming and cooling. But your meditation object can be anything at all, whatever feels easy and relaxing to you. As many of you know, when I was younger, my meditation object was a '97 Lamborghini, a very detailed one object. It helped keep my teenage mind relaxed, at ease, able to calm down, which now I think about, it's quite impressive, due to the object is something that usually moves quite quickly. But my Lamborghini was parked, helping my mind stay anchored and still, relaxed, comfortable. And it doesn't matter what object you start with. As your mind becomes more calm, your object becomes more general. It starts to adjust on its own. Your mind feels more comfortable with something more general. But in the beginning, allow your mind to stay with something beautiful, beautiful to you. For example, maybe a scenic view. Maybe it's food, dessert, a place, a person, an idea. Allow it to be something that you enjoy, that helps you keep your calm, feel at ease. Because once your mind starts to calm down, starts to release and relax, enjoying, staying with this one thing, our focus becomes more light and gentle. Though it's not weaker, it's actually a strong focus, but it's comfortable. Kind of like if we use a magnifying glass. At first, we use the ×10 zoom. It's usually the lowest setting to see it up close. And after it's focused, then we zoom in to 100 times. Then we make adjustments so we can see it clearly again. It's just now we see more details. Similar to our meditation. At first, your image might be kind of a silhouette or kind of blurry. And that's okay. In the beginning, it's just a nice way to help you stay still, stay with that one thing. And as our mind slows down, we start to release and relax. The clarity increases until eventually you might be able to see your object as if your eyes are open. And in some cases, even more clear than with your eyes open. Some people are wondering, how can you see clearer with your mind than with your eyes? I use the analogy like analog TV to digital TV. Remember when that changed? How very clear everything became. But remember, these are experiences that may happen. Allow it to happen naturally. You don't have to force. You don't have to push. Seeing is not the goal. Seeing is a bonus. It's nice to have something to look at. But as many meditators know, you don't need to see to have a wonderful experience. The experience is how you feel, how you're able to center, how your mind starts to quiet down, how you start to feel a little bit of peace. As that's how it starts. Little bits. But let them happen. They start off short, split seconds, and then it starts to happen more often, until eventually the duration stays longer. From a split second to a couple seconds, to a moment, to minutes, until eventually you're able to keep it with you throughout the day. But take your time. Always take your time. Don't rush, don't force. Even don't stare either. Staring is like you're trying to use your eyes to see, when in truth, physically, that is impossible. When our eyelids cover our eyes, we no longer are able to see. But that's our physical eyes. We're not using our physical eyes. We're using our mind's eye. Similar to how you can visualize images. Like if you remember your bedroom, how you can remember a loved one's face. Or even landmarks like the Statue of Liberty, the Eiffel Tower. Easy to remember, or at least visualize in your mind. That's how it starts off. So you don't need your physical eyes. There's no need to look a certain direction to try and see it. Allow your eyes to be comfortable. Whatever direction or angle that feels comfortable to you is perfect. Because we're not using our eyes. We're using our mind. So take your time. Relax your body. Relax your mind. Allow it all to happen naturally. And of course, as we continue our practice, your mind may still begin to wander. And it's okay. That's the nature of the mind. So don't beat yourself up about it. Once you realize your mind is wandering again, instead of being annoyed or frustrated, you should actually be happy. Happy because now you are aware. When you are aware, you can do something about it. As now that you're aware that your mind is wandering, we gently bring it back to our center, back to your object. And do so lightly and gently. Care for your mind like you care for a baby. We tend to be hard on ourselves, and we all especially tend to be hard on our personal self. We look in the mirror and we tend to see the flaws rather than seeing all the good things. And while we look in the mirror and we see an adult, our mind is more like a child, still playing around. And it's okay. Care for your mind like you care for a baby. Be caring, forgiving, gentle. When your mind's in the wrong place, just gently bring it back. You don't have to scold yourself, feeling like you should know better. Don't do that to yourself. Understand that you are practicing. Even if you've been practicing for years, you're still practicing. And as we practice more and more, it will get easier. And then we're able to keep our peace easier and longer. But if your mind continues to wander, I recommend using a mantra. A mantra is a word, a phrase, or a sound. Something that helps you feel calm and peaceful, or at least relieved. The mantra we like to use: Sam Mo Arhang Sam Mo Arhang. Sam Mo Arhang. You can repeat this mantra in your mind as many times as you'd like, or use your own mantra, word or phrase. For example, relax, relájate, sabay, clear and bright. Use your mantra and your meditation object as your tools. Tools to help calm and soothe your mind, and to bring your mind back to your center, back to your object. Sam Mo Arhang. Sam Mo let us continue in silence, letting our mind be calm, clear, and peaceful. Now, let us begin spreading loving kindness. Spreading loving kindness is like spreading out your heart, sending out good intentions to all beings. So let us visualize our object as we have been doing, and imagine that your object becomes crystal clear, clean and bright. And at the center of your object, there is a bright light. This light is very special. All those who touch this light are instantly happier, healthier, and more at peace. So we let this light illuminate our bodies, filling our body with light. Then let this light shine out from you, filling the room. And let this light spread far and wide, filling the city and the surrounding cities, filling the state or province and the surrounding states or provinces, filling the country and the surrounding countries, until filling the entire world and out throughout the universe. Thinking of your loved ones, your family, your friends, your close and distant relatives, our co-workers, acquaintances, all the people you know and all the people you don't know, to all sentient beings, all the animals in this world, and even thinking to the heavens, to our friends and relatives who have passed away, wishing well for every one of them. And as we are spreading loving kindness, let us make this wish together, for us all to be happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, to gain wisdom, attain enlightenment, for world peace. Let us take a moment and make our own good wishes. Sappe Buddha Parapata Pacheka Nanchayang Palang Arahanta Nanchate Jinarakampantami Sapaso Sapabuddha Nupavena Sapathamma Nupavena Sapasangha Nupavena Sattha Soti Bhagwantu Te. And now, very gently and at your own pace, opening your eyes. Take your time as we slowly come back. You can take in a few deep breaths, do a little stretch if you'd like, as we slowly come back. How is everyone feeling? Take a moment to notice how you feel. Now that we've finished the meditation, it's what we like to call considering or checking. Taking the time to see what worked, what didn't work. Because every session is either a good session or an almost good session. There are no bad sessions. It's an opportunity for us to see how we're doing. And then you can compare to other sessions. So before we go into questions, as I see a few already on YouTube, I wanted to share some tips to help us move forward, or really something to be aware of. After you finished, think back and go, did I do this? They are the 4 no's, things you shouldn't do. No expecting, no rushing, no staring, no fixating. Okay? No expectation, you hear me say this all the time, right? It's the thing that tends to hold us back. Because when you feel like, it's supposed to feel like that, it's supposed to feel like this, we get stuck. We don't enjoy because it's not moving forward. And then we have to take our time. Don't rush. Because we're learning to slow the mind down, to have our mind finally stop. It's a lot easier said than done. When you say stop thinking, how do I stop thinking? Right? That's how we think. So that's why we slow down. No staring and no fixating are very similar. Only no staring, just like I mentioned in meditation, it's about our eyes. Because when we meditate, sometimes we start to see our object, our image. But remember, we're not seeing with your eyes. So you don't have to strain your eyes looking inward or trying to look anywhere. Because this little bit of skin, this eyelid, that's all it takes and we cannot see anymore. It's physically impossible. So don't try to use your eyes. Some people unintentionally do that and then they start to feel strained. They're like, why do my eyes feel hurt with pain? You have to relax your eyes because that's not the thing that's working at that time. Yes, you see like your eyes, but it's your mind's eye. And that's where no fixating comes in. Even with your mind's eye, don't force too much because while our mind's eye is not physical, it can still strain because you're trying to force yourself to see. Kind of like when you try to focus on a certain image in your mind. You focus and then it just feels uncomfortable to think about it. That's incorrect, okay? So, sabai, sabai. Simply put, these 4 no's are saying, take it easy. No expecting, no rushing, no staring, no fixating. It's a good thing to remind ourselves. Now, I don't want you to think of this during meditation, like, okay, no, don't rush, don't. You don't have to do that, okay? It'll end up just being a funny hindrance that holds you back. Instead, just when you finish, think back, did I do any of this? And then, or if you start to realize you're doing it, okay, adjust, reset, restart, okay? And this is all wisdom from my master, Lompa Damashio, that I'm very glad I get to translate and share with you all. As I know this is something that's very helpful. I only share with you guys whatever is helpful that I know I can definitely say it has helped me from my own personal practice and seeing that it works. So giving you this little bit of tips to help you keep going. Okay? Okay. Now I open the floor to you all if anyone has any questions. Also, hello Beverly. Thanks for saying hi on Facebook. Hello Go and PN here on Zoom. Let's see here. Okay, so on YouTube, I have a few questions already. Hakazo's asking, how long should you wait to forgive someone if they have done any form of harm to you? With this, I'm going to have to quote the producers a musical. AQAP, as quick as possible, okay? So why I say this is because forgiveness is more for you, not for them, okay? This is to understand this. When you forgive someone, it starts off helping you release, relax, let go. Pretty much, it's that acceptance. When you change that feeling of they hurt me to it's just history. It's information from the past. It already happened because you can't change it. So if you can do it as soon as possible, that's great. And that's the forgiveness part is for you. Okay. How you are with them is a different story. Because you can forgive so that your mind can move forward, so you don't have to have that pain inside anymore. You're able to let go of it. That's what forgiveness is for. It's for you. When you forgive them, you're no longer holding on to that. And then when it comes to being with that person, now it's up to you how much distance and space you allow. For example, if a dog bit you, you would not go back into that dog very quickly, right? You'd be like, I don't know about that, right? It's like that. Then you give it space. You give it, and then you give it time. If it seems like it wants to be friends, like it's like, I'm sorry, like the dog's trying to get close again, then you allow it space little by little to allow it to come back. Similar to people, we don't just, forgiveness doesn't mean, okay, everything's okay again. Not quite. Because you're a person, they're a person. Now I had this history, this information that's here. It doesn't mean don't trust them at all, but it's now I give them some space. I don't allow. It's not like we're best buddies anymore. It's just you're someone I know who has harmed me, has wronged me. So now I'm careful, but I allow you little by little until eventually they work their way back to an okay relationship. Okay, so this is why it's not like, that's why the forgiveness is ASAP. As soon as possible, start to forgive them as best you can. It takes time. Okay, if you can forgive them for a little bit, great. Not yet. It's okay. You're human. We're not angels. Okay, we're doing our best. So little by little. Okay. All right. Another one he's asking is, how do you deal with someone that's always right when clearly they are not? So with these kind of people, what I do is, if it's the working environment, I let them do the work. Now, this is what I mean. They say they know what they're doing. Oh, please, go ahead. Thank you. And then they shoot themselves in the foot, pretty much. Because a lot of people I work with, let's just say I experience this a lot. I'm young, but I have a lot of knowledge. I didn't realize how much I know. I've been very fortunate in my life. I Plus, as a kid, I was a kid who loved to listen to elders. I would hear their stories, learn a lot of things. So then it's like I gained their experience. So that's with me, anyways. So a lot of elder, both monks and people in general, look at me and they say, "Just a kid," and I'm like, "Okay, that's up to you guys." And then whenever there's a problem, in the end, I had to fix it. And I'm like, "Yeah, remember this? I told you this, but it's okay." Uh, so I do my best to just kind of take myself away and let them do it, since they know what they're doing. So go ahead. uh, that's what I do in the workplace. If it's more like family or like just friends in general, uh, when they start acting that way, like let's say it's a friend or someone you want to be close to, but they're just starting to act a little, I quite literally just start to distance myself whenever they start talking this way. It makes them think and go, this is an example of you want to keep a good relationship. And if it's then you start to kind of distance a bit, and then when you're able to talk again, you start talking. And then if they're willing to listen, share with them, let them know, hey, you know what? Um, I know that you know a lot of stuff, but sometimes you come off a little bit too, it's not quite very nice. Something like that. If you're close friends, you can start talking in this way. Help them realize it. That instead of saying that they are acting like they know, or instead of saying that they act like they know everything, do not cut off the fact that they think they know. Instead, change it to, I know you know a lot, but sometimes when you say it, it comes off this way. That way, they're more careful with how they speak. Because if they start to become more mindful of how they speak, it changes it, and they don't seem as arrogant. And sometimes it becomes, they catch themselves and go, "Oh, this one I don't know," and they don't do it anymore. So it's a little step process. This one takes time. Okay, so little by little, as best you can. Oh, Pat says, I find myself rushing in the beginning while relaxing my body. How do I slow it down? Deep breaths. This is actually why I start off with deep breath. I tell everyone, take a deep breath It's because it's the first thing we do right when we get to meditation. So whatever you've been doing before that, you're still kind of working in that way. So let's say you just came back from work, you're still on work mode. So then when it comes to meditation, you're like, okay, gotta relax, relax. Wait, slow down. Okay, very good. So what I recommend is, yeah, take a breather. Just breathe in, deep breath for a bit to help you start to slow down, and then continue on. And it's okay. It happens to everyone, including me. Sometimes I come in, all right, it's time to meditate. I only have 10 minutes. Hurry. And go, silly me. And then when you realize it, then you kind of laugh at yourself, and it's okay. And then you try again. Okay. Oh, Lisa has a question. Is there a Buddha wisdom to help you remember where to put something? Oh, well, when it comes to remembering where you put something, what I recommend is take a moment to center yourself and then think back, when was the last time you used it? Or where was the last time you saw it? And then kind of backtrack to that spot. This is actually psychology. They tell you that go back to it. This is why whenever we forget something, we tend to go back to where we were thinking about it, and then it clicks. You're like, why? But that's a funny thing about our mind. It tends to recall like that. And if it's something you use normally, I recommend putting it in the same place often. That way it's a lot easier. This is all about practice. Practice with that organization, making sure that everything's where it's supposed to be. Okay. Oh wow. The Nog has 3 questions, he says. 3 questions about mantra that you chant. What is the language? The language is Pali. It's an ancient language back in the Buddhist time. It was the language of the untouchables in India. So it was the common language. And then he says, how are the words spelled? How I spell it is down here. During meditation, you'll see it down there, the mantra. Or you won't see it until a little bit. I spell it S-A-M-A, Samma, which some people will spell it S-A-M-M-A. It means right way, or going towards something good. And then Arahang is short for Arahant. It's A-R-A-H-A-N, H-U-N-G. That's how I spell it. But you can say H-A-N-G is also fine, due to the sound. So that's how I would spell it. And what would be an equivalent English translation? On the way to peace, or you can say on the way toward enlightenment. Samma means right way. Arahant means, it comes from Arahant, which is an enlightened person. So it's like on the path toward enlightenment. Yeah. So that would be the translation, that how I usually explain it. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Nokgao says, หยุดนิ่งกับลมหายใจเข้าออก. Oh, she's sharing wisdom, saying, okay, everyone, make sure you center yourself, breathe in centeredness, and exhale centeredness. Allow yourself to be sabai, to be nice and comfortable. Thank you, Nokao. Okay. Oh, Nina's asking, can you share a happy bedtime story if we have time? A happy bedtime story. Maybe another day. That's kind of on the spot. Okay, if I could, actually, I could tell you a quick story, something short. People have always asked, where is it that we learn about meditation, and how we know that it's inside of us, this amazing potential, this ability that we have. And there are stories way back, even all the way into Greek mythology. So in Greek mythology, they talk about how the gods are up on Mount Olympus, right? They're looking down at all these animals. Us humans are the animals too. So looking at all these things down on the ground, and they're like, And as they notice, they realize one of these animals starts to build homes, starts to wear clothes, starts to have tools and innovate. Those animals are us, humans, okay, in a God's view. And God's like, these humans, we gotta do something about them. We have to hold a meeting. So they have a meeting. Okay, everyone, we had to talk about these humans. They're like, oh, what's up with the humans? They continue to get smarter. They're starting to innovate, create, and do this and that. They're gonna find a way to take our power. Like, oh no. So the gods think, what are we gonna do? We must hide their true potential. Where should we hide it? I said, How about the highest mountain? They're like, hey, no, one day they're gonna get there. Okay, think again. How about in the deepest of oceans? Yeah, great idea. And like, no, one day they're gonna figure out how to get there too. Like, so they keep thinking until eventually one of the gods says, oh, we'll put it where they'll never look. We'll put it inside them. So this shows even way back, as I'm sure there are older stories, but this is the oldest one I know of. During the Greek mythology, that they talk about how you have your true potential within you, and it's very much like that. When our mind is calm, centered, clear, we're able to tap into that true potential. This is why, like how they say, mind over matter, is when you have the power, when your mind is truly powerful, or at least when you're able to get it to calm, be still. That centeredness is the true power. Being able to use it very well. You can quite literally do anything. So this is the little bedtime story, very impromptu. But yeah, there's so many wonderful stories that can give meaning and share good wisdom in many cultures that can help us realize it's not a new thing. Everyone has always been trying to look for peace. Everyone is trying to find happiness. And sometimes it's been with us all along, but we keep looking in the wrong direction. Instead of looking outward, new phone, new TV, new computer, new car, new lover, jeez, Instead of all that, back inside, oh, I can find peace all on my own. And that's why we practice. So we can have that peace and use it anytime we need it. So, as now the bedtime story is over, that's a new one. I'd like to, also wanted to remind you guys, so here's the schedule for this week. I posted on Instagram also, so I'll be here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you happen to be in Fanwood, New Jersey, I will be leading a class tomorrow at 7 p.m. But this Saturday, unfortunately, I'll have to cancel class due to one of our members has passed away, and we're having the funeral during that time. So I will not be able to come and meditate with you guys. Very likely, part of the funeral will be during that time. It's a pretty long process. So I'll see you guys here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But then Saturday, cancel just for this week, and then, but you can definitely join other sessions or watch from YouTube if you like. So before we go, I'd like to give you all a blessing. May you all be blessed with happiness, good health, wealth, success in your lives. May you be surrounded by good friends who will always guide you into light, in times of darkness and in times of need. And when you close your eyes to meditate, may you attain inner peace easily and quickly in every lifetime. So thank you again, everyone. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you're watching from. And remember, a smile a day keeps the stress away. So everyone, keep smiling and let's brighten up the world together. So for everyone on YouTube and Facebook, see you guys next time. For those on Zoom, feel free to stay longer if you'd like to chat. Take care, everyone.